Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome. Royal wifey disappointment as Ooni of Ife is rumored to have blown to Akure for his launch, after the drama with the kitchen and kitchen staff just disappearing into thin air. Now, I don't understand what is going on, but it is rumored that, he wanted dinner and, his wife didn't know that he had already made arrangement for them, to prepare his lunch and dinner in Akure. And so when it was time to have his lunch, he decided to blow straight to Akure to have his lunch. And they said this did not go well at all because at this point, they said that Auntie Ikbi had prepared a meal, Auntie Blo had prepared meal, and they had made arrangement to run around, to prepare his meals. Now, why they made that arrangement to prepare his meals? Because the kitchen attendants were not there anymore. Okay. So of course, what they did at this point was a very responsible thing to do, like really, really responsible, because it's expected that your wives will be the one who will be responsible for your meals. But fortunately, or unfortunately for these women, they do not prepare the meals for their husband. The man has his own chef and group of kitchen attendants who prepare his meals for him. And so because these people were not there, the wife took it upon themselves to prepare meals for him to eat and all of that. They had to follow the chart, what he eats, right? They say he eats very, very what do I call it? He's very careful with his meals. He eats a lot of vegetables and all of that, but there is usually a chart as to what he eats Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, and everything. And so the wives had to follow the chart. Some said they were going to be in charge of the vegetables. Some said they were going to be in charge of the protein. Some say, and so that was how they came together to prepare his meals. So what they were going to give to him in the afternoon, what they were going to give to him in the evening had already been prepared by these women without knowing that he had made his arrangement with Lori Naomi on what he was going to eat. So when it was time for lunch, while they were busy trying to, fix the table and all of that for lunch, the man had gone. They said that was so disappointing. He said it was so disappointing that they even started crying. That they were crying so much over what is going on. Like, how long are we going to keep up with this and all of that? But the question that comes to my mind is that, could it be that was why they allowed these men to leave? As in, whatever made the men to leave, those people responsible for his meals and all of that. Is it that they wanted these men to leave or just take a break so they can be responsible for their husbands, their king's meal? Was that all that it was? I feel like if that is all that was, they ought to have had that discussion with the king. Okay, like every woman will want to cook for her husband. You want your husband to eat your meal and all of that. And I do know that a lot of women prefer to have chef who will cook for the entire house. But for me as a woman, I prefer that my husband is eating my meal. Like I take my time to make his meals, and he gets to eat it. Okay. And so maybe that is a desire too for the women, or maybe it's something else. I have no clue, of course. But they said that this was a very disappointing situation, that he just zoomed off to Akure to go and eat his lunch, and upon returning back to the palace, they came with all of these plenty coolers of meals for him that were prepared right there in Akure. Of course, you do know that Queen Naomi was married to this man all by herself, and we never heard of an event where they had issues of his meals. And at that time, they said that even though he had cooks there in the palace, that Queen Naomi was basically responsible for his meals, that Queen Naomi was cooking for him. Queen Naomi, we've heard this time and time again, that she was that woman that want to prepare meals for her husband and all of that, take her time, stay in the kitchen to cook for the monarch. So of course she knows exactly what the man likes. Of course she knows how the man prefers his food. Of course he knows the kind of vegetable that he prefers, the kind of protein that he prefers, and everything. So it wasn't strange for her to, kind of go and begin to make meals for him. But they said it was based on his own request that he wanted to have his dinner, his lunch and dinner right there in Akure. And so they say he zoomed off with this huge entourage just to go have his lunch right there in Akure. And this situation did not go well with wives. And I really think that, in the days ahead, we are going to see more altercation. And if all the information we keep getting is the truth, we think that in the days ahead, we are going to see more altercation. We are going to see more envy. We are going to see more jealousy. We are going to see more bass bulls going on and on and on, because this is beginning to look like a situation where people will be going back and forth, not realizing that, where your heart is, there your treasure lies, or where your treasure is, there your heart lies. This man will always be going after this woman because that's the woman he loves. Every day I keep making reference to one thing that I said that, forgive me that I'm using such a young boy, but the good thing is that why I choose to use him is because he has made a lot of progress in his life. He is a superstar globally, and he is worth so much, like he is stupendously rich and all of that. So I may use him, but in terms of age, I cannot use, and I cannot even compare. Like, this is not a comparison, but I have been bringing this every time. Like, every time I talk about this issue, I bring Davido and Choma's issue to the table. 3 years ago, we saw the drama that unfolded between Davido and Choma. We saw how Choma was so mocked by people. And, people started trolling this girl left, right, and center. They said that she was not smart. If she had been smart, she would have been married to this man, Davido. And she just there carrying herself and all of that. The beautiful thing about this lady, Choma, is that she would not respond. She didn't talk. This man went and the man just went into some level of intergalactic movement. Simple, Delara. Now, no, it was an intergalactic movement for the Davido. Davido was just going US, going London, doing all of this with all of these girls, models, beautiful girls, curvy girls, all of these beautiful girls, okay? In terms of exposure and everything, they had it all to themselves. But Choma did not shake. You know why Choma didn't shake? Choma didn't shake because she got confidence. She knew that that man loved her. Today, where is Choma? Choma is the one who is inside. With all of those moments, he had wives, he had children, and all of that. But Choma still won that that fight at the end of the day. Now, what do you call it? Every day he celebrates this woman. Every day he celebrates this woman. It's important for people to know that when it comes to matters of the heart, hey, God, you can never fight that fight. You can never win it. It might seem as if you are winning. It might seem as if everything is working out for you. It might seem as if, the other person has lost completely. It might seem as if that person is no longer, important and all of that. But do not get it twisted. When it comes to matters of the heart, that is if everything that we keep getting on social media is the truth. Now, the reason is because none of us is living with Queen Naomi. I am not living with her. You are not living with her. And the other people who are posting all of these things are not living with her. Neither are they living with the Ooni of Ife. Even though I've seen a lot of bloggers who say they are living inside the palace, they know exactly what they are talking about and all of that. But I don't live there. And as far as I am not getting this information from Ooni of Ife himself, I'm not getting it from Queen Naomi herself, I can never come here and tell you that it's a genuine information. I will tell you it is alleged, and so is everything that is on social media. So now when it comes to matters of the heart, people need to understand that the fight is one of the most difficult fights, because, even the person who keep thinking that they love you, they want to be with you and all of that, sometimes they are so betrayed by their emotions, like what they, sometimes you just be wondering what he said. I think I love this person. I think I want to be with this person. I think this, I think that. They ask themselves these questions because most time they themselves are so betrayed by their emotion. Why is it so easy for him to say, I want to go and have dinner here? Why is it so easy for him to be careless, whether they cook, they leave, and all of that? Almost saying that, okay, I am not ignorant of the devices of all of these people. You don't give me food, I go to my wife and I get something that is safe for me to eat, and all of that. It's almost as if that is the message that was being passed there. And they said these women were so angry, angry. My thing is that no matter how angry you get, big coach, just realize that this is not Queen Naomi's fault. Oh. Two people are allowed to fall in love in Nigeria, in Cameroon, in Brazil, in Singapore, in Timbuktu, in Okorobo, in Seychelles, everywhere in the world. Two people are allowed to fall in love. Why is this woman's own getting so difficult? And what is the anger about? Because the truth is that if everything we are getting here on social media is the truth, he's married to 6 wives already. And so what is the difference? Like, what difference does it make if he goes back to Queen Naomi or not? But again, most times when we talk like this, we keep forgetting that they said that this is a territorial fight. It's more than what we, can see. Like it is about who wins the territory and all of that. And it's almost as if these people are planted there to fight this battle and ensure that they win at the end of the day. So this is what I brought here. I'm going to bring you more update. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you.